Hey everyone, welcome back to an Inktober process video. This one is actually a re-upload because the first video for day 11, it was just a bit too long, and I was really proud of the piece, so I wanted to just come back, shorten the video a bit, and do a commentary over it. Really just my own personal preference to make something that I was a bit more proud of. But yeah, for day 11, the prompt was snacks, and I chose to do a vampire snacking, quote unquote, an unsuspecting victim, and it was a really fun piece to do. There was quite a few things I kind of learned on the fly, and I was kind of surprised at myself that I was able to pull it off, really. The first one being for sure the bats at the bottom of the piece, where I kind of just like quickly googled bats and just saw how they function anatomically, and then just kind of hope for the best when I went to go ink and put them in the piece. And honestly, I'm pretty proud of it, because I didn't think I had that in me, to be honest with you. But I'm glad it worked out, and yeah, something I'm proud of on the piece. The other part of it was the mountains in the background, actually. I found that was kind of a lot of empty negative space over there, so I wanted to put something in there that wouldn't be so jarring or as distracting from the piece. Like, I didn't want to put another castle, because that would have just, you know, been taken away from the first castle and so on. So I ended up doing a very light ink wash and kind of like improvising mountains with just some darker ink, and so that they seem very distant, far away, and kind of just hidden behind clouds and smoke and mist and so on. So yeah, that was a fun experience and technique that I'm glad worked out, because I had no idea, to be honest, how to do it. And I tried to, for the last like kind of thing, I was kind of messing around this piece. Over on the bottom of the castle, I want to kind of fade it, kind of like do a gradient, which I didn't do perfectly. It definitely could have been worked on a little bit, but I just didn't want to. I definitely didn't want to just overwork the paper and the piece. I did what I could, and you know, it worked out for what it was. So I'm not too upset about it. I'm really proud about that, and overall everything kind of came together for this piece, so I'm really happy with it. I think the only other part really is the vampire itself. I mean, the woman's just kind of just a generic, you know, whatever. Just I drew a woman. But for the vampire, I googled. I kind of combined two classic vampire looks, Nosferatu and Bela Lugosi's Dracula, kind of the OGs of vampires. So I kind of smashed them together to get that design, that creature design that you see in the piece, and I'm really happy with it. It's, to be honest with you, it's a little bit scary. So every time I look at it, I kind of, I'm like, whoa. But yeah, not much more to say about the piece, really, except I was told to talk about the pens I'm using this time around. So for anybody that was in suspense, if I'm going to talk about the pens, I'm using two are Kuretake brush pens, so they're kind of a hard nib brush pen, and then I'm using Sharpies, I'm using Poscas, and that's about it. And the bottle of ink you see there is the Higgins Fountain India ink, fountain pen India ink. I'm not super picky on what ink I use. It's just what I literally had in the house, and I was like, okay, I'll use this for Inktober. It really doesn't matter on the materials when you're going into this stuff. I like For me personally, I prefer the Kuretake brush pens. I like how the way they work. I like the stuff that I can kind of do with them. But by no means is like the be all end all for materials that you need for Inktober and so on. So same thing with the ink, you know. It's just I've been doing this for a few years now, and this is kind of what's worked for me. And so if you're gonna start Inktober, it's 100% trial, experiment, and finding your own groove with it. But yeah, that's about it. That's the pens I use, and that's all I can really say about the piece overall. Just enjoy the rest of the video, and if you liked it, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll be posting a lot more, and yeah, thank you.